rallyfm.net live.
For your historic road race or rally car preparation and on-event support, for your classic car servicing or restoration, including mechanical, trim, fabrication and paintwork, all carried out in-house, contact Robin Lackford Motor Engineering on 01403 864 600. If you're outside the UK, make that +44 1403 864 600. For more information, go to our website www.robinlackford.co.uk.
rallyfm.net.
Welcome back to rallyfm.net. The event is over. Crews are packing up in the service area to head home, and we're just going to rejoin Ian Harden, who's been there all day doing a sterling job, getting lots of good information from the interviews, and we'll run through the top 5 and then the class winners. And Ian, what sort of day has it been for you?
It's been a very interesting day, Chris. This is an extremely impressive facility. The drivers' military training facility here at Leconfield in Yorkshire. When I was speaking to Clerk of the Course Steve Ritchie earlier, he was saying that obviously there is a lot of potential for this place. Any car that any course that can include a 50-foot high jump has got to have some proper challenges. Slippery in the morning, indeed. One of the things that caught car 1, which was Martin Hodgson and Tony Jones out, was they went maybe 10 yards, maybe 15 yards to the first square right corner this morning, and they spun. Just one of those things that catches you out on a damp track, cold tyres, damp track. And they've been, although they've staged a fight back of sorts, as Tony Jones said, they're struggling against it all day today. Stars of the day were car 7, the Hilton Gott sponsored Ford Escort Mark II, which if I just step behind another car, or away from another car, they're just packing it away into the what do they call it? The covered car transporter, anyway. So
that's the one with the 2.5 litre engine, is it not?
That's right. Yep, that's the Stephen and Jack Tilburn, father and son crew.
Out of interest, who drives, the father or the son?
That's the father that drives, Stephen.
Right. Okay. Let me go through the top 5 and you jump in with any comments you might have. So, provisional winners of the Leconfield Stages Rally 2022 are Ewan Tyndall and Peridor Davies in their Mitsubishi Evo 9. Second are Steve Tilburn and Jack Tilburn in the Ford Escort RS 2500, but a minute and 7 seconds down. So that Mitsubishi Evo 9 must have been pedalled tremendously well today. Third, Martin Hodgson and Tony Jones in the Ford Escort Mark II, 1 minute 36 down on the leader. Fourth, Craig and Stephen Renshaw in the Subaru Impreza. They were a minute and 45 down, and then there's a bit of a jump of 31 seconds, 2 minutes 16 down on the leader, Alistair Hutchinson and St John Dykes in that lovely Renault Clio Maxi. That's quite a big gap between first and second, isn't it, Ian? A minute and 7 seconds?
That's right. I mean, that's it. That's the ability to use. That's the ability to use power and grip. I mean, grip was at a premium early on here, but as it dried out, I must admit, as an experienced competitor myself, I would have thought that as it dried out, so the big power rear-wheel drive cars would have been able to have put the horses down to the ground, but not so. As I say, that Mitsubishi Evo 9 was absolutely flying all day and just picking up fastest time after fastest time.
Absolutely. Any other outstanding cars you want to mention before I run through the class winners?
Yes, car 33, Ken Sturdy, and that wonderful yellow, white, and black Hillman Avenger. You know, driven everywhere, absolutely superbly, well put together, brilliant car. And car 78, who I really felt sorry for. They were one of our earlier interviewers. They're a father and son crew. Their name escapes me, but they had a brilliant little Honda Civic.
Anthony and Peter Mann.
That was it. Yes, thank you for that reminder, Chris. They were doing absolutely tremendously. That VTEC engine was howling its way around Leconfield, and then they hit something. They got a bit out of shape. They went into the grass, and they hit something in the grass that ripped a part of their exhaust off. And unfortunately, they couldn't get the clips on the exhaust to come forward again enough for them to be able to close up the gap.
Oh, I'm with you, yeah.
And as the driver said, he was revving it. It wouldn't rev. Normally it would rev to 9,500, but he said it was coughing its way round at 6,000. We were probably losing 60 brake horsepower, and the temperature was starting to go up. So they unfortunately had to pull out after stage 4.
Yeah, I think that was probably the sensible thing to do, though. If the engine temperature was beginning to rise, you could end up with all sorts of damage, could you not?
That's right. I mean, those Honda VTEC engines are very reliable, but they're also very highly tuned. And as you know, they have to be set up exactly right for them to produce the prodigious power and usable power that they do produce when they're running properly. As the driver again said, he said, you know, I'd rather spend out £500 on a new exhaust pipe than kind of £5,000 on a new engine.
Absolutely. Okay, I'm going to take a run through the class winners now. In class 1, Brian Marquis and Stuart Delph were the winners, ahead of Chris Shaw and Ian Cartwright and Rob Jones and Chris Cook. In class 2, Archie Swinscoe and Barry Young took the honours, and Steve Irwin and Neil Bye, who you spoke to a little while ago, they were second in class, and William Routledge and Alex Routledge were third in class. No, my apologies, it's Kev Monaghan and Chris Purvis were third in class. Going down to class 3, Alistair Hutchinson and St John Dykes were the class winners. Ken Sturdy and Tom Hutchins were second in class. Mark Thompson and Hannah Thompson third in class. Class 4, Steve Tilbury and Jack Tilburn. Class winners, Martin Hodgson and Tony Jones coming in second. David Moynes and Jonathan Kerr third place. Class 5, Ewan Tyndall and Peridor Davis. Craig Renshaw and Stephen Renshaw in second place. Gary Wayne and Neil Blore in third in class. So that's the overall and
yes,
class
it's
positions.
It's very interesting. I think you mentioned it was class B, which was Archie Swinscoe in a Vauxhall Adam.
Let me just get back up there and have a look. Yeah, Class 2.
I seriously think that Archie Swinscoe is a lad to watch for in the future.
Yes, he actually finished a minute and 34 seconds ahead of the second place man.
Yeah. Yes. He's quick, he's tidy, he's come up through the junior ranks as a lot of these youngsters are doing. They learn a lot in those little tiny one litre cars that they drive. They always have an experienced co-driver with them to mentor them. And it shows you that Archie Swinscoe, who is the son of Paula Swinscoe, very well-respected national-level co-driver.
Yes, I was going to ask that very question because she, I think, is going out to co-drive in Barbados this year.
Right.
Which is in a couple of weeks' time.
As I say, she's a very good co-driver and she would be an asset to any team, says I.
Yeah, I'm just looking frantically to see who she's possibly co-driving for, and marvellous when you can never find anything when you're looking for it, can you?
Yeah.
No. Oh well, you carry on. Doesn't matter. I shall get there in a minute.
Like I said earlier, it's an age thing, Chris.
Actually, there's a very nice picture that Archie has posted on Facebook of that Vauxhall Adam.
Yep, as I say, I think it's a combination of a good driver with the right car for the moment.
Yeah. It's sorry to interrupt. It's Nigel Worswick who is possibly driving Paula Swinscoe in Barbados. He'll be out there in the Fiesta he bought last year. I think he bought it off, I can't remember who now, but he's only really driven it in anger once, and that was on the Northwest Stages a little while ago.
Right. Yeah. Well, he is a stalwart of the Rally Barbados, if I remember rightly.
Oh yeah. Been out there numerous times.
It's interesting, Chris. Just in front of me, the Renshaw pairing of that very noisy and very misfiery Talbot Sunbeam have put their car on the trailer while we've been speaking, and that is the quietest it's been all day. They've got it, as I say, I believe they've finished, and I believe they've done all the stages, but as I say, the pops, bangs and crackles that were emanating from that car all day, I'm surprised it didn't just, completely let go on after about stage 3.
Yeah,
but good on them for their persistence.
Yeah, I'm just having a quick look through to see where they finished. But John Trenholm and Alison Trenholm that we were talking to, they finished 19th overall, which is a good show from them.
Yes, considering they hadn't been out for such a long time.
Absolutely. Sorry, who were we looking for?
Car 80.
Scotland, Terry. Yeah, they did finish 52nd overall.
Good. That's good. As I say, that's good going, considering they've had to fight against this significant misfire all day. I mean, their bonnet was up and down. I mean, to be honest, the bonnet hinges must have suffered from the amount of time that their mechanics were looking underneath that bonnet.
Yeah, it's so frustrating when you get a misfire and whatever you seem to change doesn't seem to rectify the problem.
That's right. That's right. It's it's pop bang, and you want to go faster, but you know full well that there's a really niggly little problem, and it won't let you.
Yeah, always a shame. Well, I think it's been an excellent day. Thank you for all your hard work in trotting up and down the service area, chatting to people. A really good day for Rally FM.
Yes, as I say, I've been impressed with this. I've been impressed with this place. I would like to thank all the competitors for their time and their openness in giving me their time for little interviews. And the main thing is that apparently Sheffield and Hallamshire Motor Club, who have run, they're a well-respected organiser of rallies. They will be back here at Leconfield on August the 28th for, I think, the highly unoriginally named Leconfield Stages rally. I believe that's...
I think we better look at the hotel availability, have we not?
Oh, absolutely. That's right. Yes. Back up to Beverley again. Nice hotel. I recommend that to anyone. Even with a with a wedding party going on till 1 o'clock this morning.
How far from Hull is it?
I don't know, to be honest. Beverley to Hull, maybe.
I think it's about half an hour from memory. I was just thinking that, we do know an excellent Chinese restaurant in Hull.
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, and on that point, I'll say, Ian, thank you very much. Hope you all have enjoyed listening to Rally FM. And Ian, I'll give you a call separately in a few minutes. So thank you for listening. Keep an eye on Rally FM both on Facebook and on Twitter, because every time we go live with the radio station, you will get an alert to say that we are live. And similarly, when we are doing live video, you will get an alert certainly on Facebook if you follow us there. And we're due to go back to Belgium in a couple of months' time to bring you live video from the Flanders International Rally Challenge. So thank you for listening. Hope to have you listening with us again.
rallyfm.net